Okay, good afternoon. My name is Judge Esparza. Today is Wednesday, February the 14th. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. We've got a couple of cases set this afternoon. We do not have a court reporter present. If you are requesting a court reporter, your case will be reset to a later date. That being the case, do I have any objections from proceeding without a court reporter this afternoon? Not hearing any objections, we will proceed as scheduled. Hassan, are you there?
Good afternoon, Judge. Sorry about that. I was logging into the wrong Zoom account.
No problem. We're going to go ahead and get started. The first case we're going to call is C0663-24-E, State of Texas versus Francisco Aleman. Mr. Aleman, you present?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead and stand up in the middle of the room right there, sir. You do speak English?
Yes, sir.
He is English speaking. Mr. Cantu, this is your client right there. It's fine. Just face the monitor, sir. Your client is present in the courtroom. He is English speaking. You may proceed, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. We're here on the writ of habeas corpus, Your Honor. We're asking for a bond reduction on all the charges that he's being held on. It's a total of 6 different cases that he was arrested for. The total
David,
bond
real
is
quick.
$75,000.
Real quickly, David, real quickly, all the misdemeanor charges have complaints filed already. The only one that does not have a charge or an indicted case is the harassment of public servant. Everything else has a cause number. They all landed in, looks like county court number 5. And I believe, from what I saw, it has a payment day of March the 18th.
Yes, that's correct. Judge Esparza, that slipped my mind. I apologize. So we're just asking for a bond reduction on the harassment of a public servant, which is a $30,000 cash surety bond currently. Mr. Aleman's been in jail for, I believe, 14 days now. I believe in any case, the misdemeanors and this felony that's pending all arise from the same transaction, I believe. Mr. Aleman does suffer from several disabilities having to do with his mental state. And I believe that was what arose to this arrest, Your Honor. He does live with a lady named Rosita in Alamo, Texas. We have the address. And we're just asking for his release, Your Honor. It seems like nothing was really a violent allegation against him.
Just for the record, we show that he's been in custody approximately 45 days. Is that correct, Andy?
It's 45 days. Oh, okay, Judge. I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were going to ask me that. Let me double check that.
No, that's fine. That's what I'm showing.
Yes, again, Your Honor, I apologize. Again, I apologize. I said 14. You're right. It's 45. It's from December 31st. Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah. You requested a specific amount, Mr. Cantu? And like I said, I only have jurisdiction over the felony. The misdemeanors all have a complaint, so you would have to take up any bond reduction with the judge in court 5.
Right, Your Honor. If we can do really like a PR bond, Your Honor, for this felony, and then we'll go and work on the misdemeanors with court 5.
Andy, you have a recommendation?
Our recommendation, and you are correct, Your Honor, it's 45 days. He's been in custody. Our recommendation is to reduce the current bond that's at $30,000 to half the amount, which is $15,000 cash. That's the recommendation. It's got about 10 prior arrests, Your Honor, or 10 total arrests.
Okay. Mr. Aleman, raise your right hand, sir. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Are you a U.S. citizen, sir?
Yes, sir.
Where were you born?
Mission, Texas.
How old are you, sir?
49. My first number.
49?
3574.
What city do you currently live in?
Allen, Texas, 30,006.
What city?
Allen, ALE. Allen.
Do you work, sir? You have a job?
No, I'm disabled. I'm retired. Yeah, I'm disabled already. I have colon cancer and other things. Stage 4 cancer, missing my progress, and now the CEO is
Do you have any means of making bonds, sir?
no, I'm not family, but I'm sorry. Last time I had a family problems, my wife, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go ahead and reduce, okay, sir, thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and reduce the bond from current setting of $30,000 cash surety to $10,000 cash surety. And you can negotiate the misdemeanors in court 5 there, David. So you can get something else, other relief there.
Yes, Your Honor. Can you repeat the reduced amount again? I couldn't hear.
Bond will be reduced from $30,000 cash surety to $5,000 cash surety. That'll be judgment of the court.
Thank you, Your
Go ahead
Honor.
and seat, sir.
May I be excused, Judge?
Yes, sir. Thank you, David.
Thank you, Judge.
Next case we're gonna call is I don't see Ricardo or Juan. C 067824-I, State of Texas versus Nancy Macias. You speak English, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Move over towards the senator. Ms. Macias is present in the courtroom. She is English speaking. Mr. Alanis, this is your motion. You may proceed, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Macias, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Mr. Almaguer. We're
Good afternoon, sir.
moving forward, Your Honor, on my writ of habeas corpus here, seeking a bail reduction. Ms. Macias was arrested and charged with robbery. She was shopping at Macy's and she left the store allegedly without paying for some items. When she was detained by 2 individuals who did not identify themselves as per the probable cause statement, Ms. Macias defended herself and she didn't let herself be arrested or detained by these men. Finally, they were able to secure, as a result of the physical altercation between all 3. Some of them were scratched, and I think one of them had his thumb twisted a little bit. They charged her from shoplifting to robbery, Your Honor. The bond was set at $10,000, and I'm asking for the court to consider lowering her bond down to $1,000 cash or surety. She's on medication, Your Honor. She lives on South 18th Street. She's been there for several years. She's has a partner who helps pay the rent for her. So if she's not out of jail and pays her bills and pays her rent, she's going to lose her belongings. You know, she's going to lose her lease there on her apartment. So, and because she's also a little mentally disturbed, Your Honor, we're asking for the court to lower the bond down to $1,000. Thank you so much.
$1,000, you said?
$1,000 cash or surety, yes, sir.
The client, a U.S. citizen, Mr. Alanis?
Yes, she is, Your Honor.
Do you have a recommendation?
Judge, consideration that she has quite significant amount of priors, Your Honor, quite extensive criminal history. We believe that the bond is reasonable. We'll defer to the court. We ask that there be no further reduction, Your Honor, but we'll defer to the court.
Okay. Ma'am, raise your right hand. Raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Speak louder.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you put your hand down. State your name, please.
Yes,
How old are you, Ms. Macias?
43,
You work?
no disabled.
You have children?
Yes,
Live with you?
no,
How old are they?
they're in the 20s.
Adults?
Yeah,
Yeah?
yes, sir.
Are you currently on parole or probation?
I had the bracelet, API.
AIP?
They took it off in the front. In the
You're on
front.
AIP right now?
Yes, They took the bracelet off in the front of the jail.
You were on AIP for a felony or misdemeanor case?
It was a theft.
Okay.
But everything, I had no violation, I had nothing, everything was perfect, no dirty drug test, no dirty fertilizers, no, my home base is always there.
You test you today, you're gonna be clean or dirty?
I'm clean.
Here's what I'm gonna do. Bond is currently set at $10,000 cash surety. I'm gonna reduce it. This is the only charge she picked up, or just the,
This is the only one that I saw, Judge, in the appointment.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm gonna reduce it to $2,500 cash surety. Random UAs through probation. Probation's gonna contact you. They're gonna tell you to go in and get tested. If you come back dirty, we're gonna have a hearing to see why I shouldn't put you back in jail. If you don't show up, we're gonna have a hearing to see why I don't put you back in jail. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So you make sure you go, no excuses. If they tell you to show up,
All my drug tests are clean and everything.
we're gonna find out, okay? And keep it that way. If that's the case, that's good. You stay that way, okay? But we're gonna be testing you continuously, okay? Until I tell you to stop going or until another judge tells you you don't have to report anymore. You understand?
Okay.
Bond will be reduced from $10,000 cash surety to $2,500 cash surety. Random UAs, stay away from that store. Do not go back to the Macy's. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Anything else, Andy?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Alanis?
No, Your Honor. Everything was said. Thank you so very much, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good afternoon, sir.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
The next case we're gonna call, Mr. Basan, you still there?
Yes, Judge, I'm here.
One more female. We'll do the other female, then they can take it. Yes, the next case we're gonna call C 0666-24-I, State of Texas versus Kimberly Ann Gonzalez. You speak English? English. You speak English, Ms. Gonzalez?
Yes.
Okay, just stand right there, face the monitor, move a little bit closer this way. Okay, Ms. Gonzalez is present in the courtroom. She is English speaking. Mr. Basan, this is your motion. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. For the record, Jay Nereo Basan on behalf of Ms. Gonzalez. Your Honor, Ms. Gonzalez is currently incarcerated before this court on a theft case. I believe it is a state jail felony. She currently has a $15,000 cash surety bond. Your Honor, as evidenced by my appointment, Ms. Gonzalez is indigent. I believe she had a hearing this morning in the 430th as well. And I believe counsel on that matter urged a motion to reduce bond. The pressing matter before the court, Judge, is that Ms. Gonzalez, as recently as last week, suffered a miscarriage while in custody, Judge. As a result, she's dealing with some health complications, and sadly, she's not able to make the bond. So she's dealing with those complications while she is in custody. Respectfully, because this is not a violent offense, Judge, we are asking for the court to consider a PR bond on this theft. That way she only has the case in the 430th to have to worry about in regards to bonds. And then while these cases are pending, she could address those health matters.
Andy?
Yes, sir. Judge, our recommendation is no further reduction. While she was out on bond on a aggravated assault with a deadly weapon charge, she picked up this charge. So she was released on the aggravated assault with deadly weapon back in August of 2022. And then she picks up the theft charge. And so we're recommending any further reduction, Your Honor. We'll defer to the court.
Yeah, I didn't see, in fact, I checked on that aggravated assault charge and I saw a February 28th setting for arraignment, in fact.
Okay.
Uh,
I didn't see any hearings this morning.
Right.
You said she was in court, one?
I thought it was today, Judge. Let me double check that, Judge. 1 second. I know Ms. Victoria Munoz is on. Actually, Judge,
It's this right here. Yeah, I only saw, I showed February.
It's the 28th, Your
28th
Honor.
setting.
I'm getting that confirmation, Judge. She's actually set the 28th for a bond reduction and arraignment. However, on that matter, she has Ms. Victoria Munoz representing her in that case, Judge. I apologize for the confusion.
No problem. Raise your right hand, Ms. Gonzalez. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
How old are you, ma'am?
I'm 33.
33? Are you married?
Yes,
Your children?
yes.
How many?
1,
How old?
10.
Your job?
Huh?
Do you work?
Yes, I do work.
Where do you work?
I'm a lift driver.
A what?
A lift driver.
Realize you're out on bond already. You were out on bond, correct?
Yes.
Bond is currently set at $15,000. I'm gonna reduce the bond to $5,000 cash surety. You do make bond and are released, no drugs, no alcohol. I'm gonna order random UAs through probation. Probation will contact you, same thing I told the other individual. You need to show up when they tell you to show up. They're gonna drug test you. If you come back dirty for drugs or alcohol, we're gonna have a hearing to see why we shouldn't put you back in jail. Do you understand that?
Yes.
If you don't show up when they tell you to, we're gonna have a hearing to see why we shouldn't put you back in jail. So no excuses. You show up at probation when they tell you to show up. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, that'll be the judgment of the court. Bond will be reduced to $5,000 cash surety. No drugs, no alcohol, random UAs through probation. Anything else, gentlemen? All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. Nothing further, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Bozan. The females may be, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Next case we're gonna call is, see Rudy on there, okay. C, you wanna call Mr. The next case we're gonna call is C 587-24-J, State of Texas versus, how do you pronounce your first name? Ignacio? Ignacio. Is Ignacio?
No, sir.
Now, Bueno, is that your last name? You speak English, Mr. Bueno?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead. State your correct name for the record. Ignacio, okay, we need to correct that. Any objection to making a correction to his name?
No, not
No, Your Honor.
Bueno is in the courtroom. He is in there speaking. Mr. Moreno, this is your motion. You may proceed, sir.
Judge, this is our motion seeking a bond reduction, Your Honor. Mr. Bueno, Your Honor, he's a student here in the Rio Grande Valley, Judge. He's a first offender. Has obviously no priors, Your Honor. Lives with his parents, not a flight risk to go anywhere. It's the only place he's ever lived at. So he's a citizen here in the United States. I know the charges are pretty serious, Your Honor. It is a secondary felony. Just at this point, he doesn't have a job or in any way to support himself. I did speak with his parents. They don't have the money to put him up to put up a $75,000 bond as well, too, Judge. So based on those factors, there, Your Honor, asking the court would consider lowering his bond.
Any amount you have in mind, Mr. Moreno?
I'm sorry?
Any specific amount you have in mind, Mr. Moreno?
I'm sorry, Judge.
Any amount that you have in mind?
Judge, we were going to ask for. Oh yes, I'm sorry, Judge. We're going to ask for a $15,000 cash surety bond, Judge, with no contact with the alleged victim and any other conditions the court would see fit to allow this kid to be out of jail for a while.
Okay, Andy, you have a recommendation?
Judge, I was advised that be no further reduction considering the gravity of the offense, Judge, but we'll defer to the court, yeah.
Raise your right hand, sir. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Please state your name for the record loud, please.
Ignacio Bueno,
How old are you, sir?
18.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, sir.
Where were you born?
Where's Laco?
Who do you live with?
My mom,
In what city?
Donna,
Are you in high school or college?
high school.
You gonna graduate this year?
I will, sir.
Do- Mr. Moreno, do you know if he's related to the alleged victim?
No, no, Judge, I don't know that.
Are you related to the alleged victim?
Yes, sir.
Do they live in the same household as you do?
No, sir.
We'll go ahead and reduce the bond from $75,000 cash surety to $15,000 cash surety. No contact with the victim or the victim's family. No drugs, no alcohol.
No, sir.
Random e-ways through probation. Impose a curfew, 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. You need to be home by 8 p.m. and not be out of the house until 6 in the morning. So you're home all night. You understand that? If you're not there and they go check on you, we're gonna have a hearing to see why we shouldn't put you back in jail. You understand? If you've got a job, you make sure you notify probation or your attorney, showing proof that where you're working and your hours, you're gonna be out after 8. But if it's not for work, then you're at home or a school activity. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Any other conditions, Anthony, Andy?
No, I believe you covered them, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Moreno?
Nothing, Your Honor.
All right, that'll be the judgment of the court. Bond will be reduced to $15,000 cash surety. No contact with the victim or the victim's family. Random UAs, no drugs, no alcohol, curfew, 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
You have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, good luck to you. Have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Sorry, Judge, maybe excuse.
Thank you, Mr. Moreno.
Thank you, Judge.
We got one more, Andy. Mr. Sanchez is just logging on. Sanchez, are you there?
Judge, I'm here. Yes, sir.
There you go. The record, Mr. Sanchez, these proceedings are being broadcast live on YouTube. This is a formal hearing.
No objection, Your Honor.
Your client, we're going to call C0670-24-8, State of Texas versus Ricardo Sosa. You, Mr. Sosa, you speak English? Okay, go ahead and stand up, sir, like everybody else over here in the middle of the room. Please state your name for the record, nice and loud.
Ricardo Sosa.
Okay, Mr. Sosa is present. He is English speaking. Mr. Sanchez, this is your motion. You may proceed.
Your Honor, I'm appointed counsel to Mr. Sosa. I understand his bond is at $40,000 cash or surety. I think this is a felony level of a based on repeated misdemeanor conduct, Judge. So I just wanted to point out that there is some history. My understanding is that the alleged victim and he are going to reconcile. This is obviously something we're going to need to deal with at the district court, but we're hopeful. We're just asking for mercy of the court, Judge. He's unable to make the bond is set, and I offer a proof of that as my indigency application.
And do you have a recommendation?
Yes, Judge, recommendation to reduce the assault to 15,000 cash surety, Your Honor.
He's also got a deadly conduct. Or is
Is it
that already
deadly?
got a complaint?
And the deadly conduct, Judge, to remain the same at 10,000, Your Honor. That's the state's recommendation.
Mr. Sosa, raise your right hand, please. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay. Are you a U.S. citizen, sir? Speak louder.
Yes, sir.
Where were you born?
Mechanic 6,
How old are you?
23.
Are you currently on probation or parole?
No, sir.
You're not on parole either?
No, sir.
How old did you say you were?
23.
You have a job, sir?
No, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and lower the bond on the assault with a family member with a previous conviction from 30,000 cash surety. I'll lower that to $10,000 cash surety. And the deadly conduct will be reduced from $10,000 cash surety to $5,000 PR. No drugs, no alcohol,
No, sir.
random UAs through probation. Said you live in what city, sir?
Mechanic 6.
John, we'll order random UAs through probation, just like I told the other individuals. Probation will contact you if you make bond. They'll ask you to go in. If you don't show up, I'm gonna have you back in here with your attorney to see why we shouldn't put you in jail. If you show up and you're dirty for drugs or alcohol, we're gonna have a hearing to see why we shouldn't put you in jail. You understand that? Next victim, was there an EPO on this? Andy, do you show an EPO issued on this case?
I don't, Your Honor. Let me double check and see if I see something real quick.
Cynthia Lorena Gutierrez, how is she related to you, sir? That's where she lives, same home?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a protective order. Can I go back to that location? What's the address? What's the address? Can I go, what's the address where you live? Do you know?
124, 7, Bailey, moving the,
1314 mile 10?
no, that's a new one.
What's the code?
That's a new one.
Is that where you're living now?
But not, I was living there, they just moved to Mechanic.
Okay, who's they?
My mom and my stepdad.
Yeah, you understand there's a protective order in place and you cannot go back to the home where your mom is at. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If you make bond, they'll give you a copy of the protective order and it says that you cannot be within 200 yards of where your mother is living. Do you have someplace else to go?
Yeah.
Okay, if you go back to her house and she reports you or somebody reports you, you will be arrested, facing a new charge. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna add no contact with victim. There is a protective order in place. Mr. Sanchez, if you make contact with the victim and she's in agreement to modify the protective order, who registered here? You can contact Jason Peña's office and see if he'll agree to a modification. That's the protective order was issued out of his court.
Yes, sir. Understood, Your Honor.
Anything else, Andy?
No, Your Honor.
All right. That'll be the judgment of the court. Bond on the assault charge will be reduced from $30,000 to $10,000 cash surety. On the deadly conduct, bond will be reduced from $10,000 cash surety to $5,000 PR. Random UAs, no contact with the alleged victim. Do you understand that, sir? All right. All right, gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Andy,
Good day, Judge.
take care. We'll see you, sir. Okay, where's the stop button now?
Remember here.
It was up on top, now it's on the bottom.
For the update.
Yeah.